दादी जान से प्यारी जान की दादी ओ प्यारी दादी।
तीसरा गुण है संतुष्ट रहना।
चौथा
पांचवी बात आती है फिर ज्ञान में गंभीरता बहुत आती है। तो गंभीरता में एक बारी मम्मा को कहा, मम्मा थोड़ी अब सीरियस है। मम्मा ऐसे हम लोगों मुंह में देखा, इसको अब सीरियस कहते हो। मम्मा को ज्यादा हंसना बैठना बात करना ज्यादा बात करना मम्मा नहीं करती थी। हम समझते थे मम्मा थोड़ा तो सीरियस अक्षर मम्मा को कहा ना, मम्मा ने मुस्कुरा के बोला ना, हमने समझा ये अक्षर हमको नहीं करना चाहिए मम्मा के लिए। ज्ञान जितना जो ज्ञान में ज्ञानी तो आत्मा है। जैसे बाबा मुस्कुराता कितना है, पर साधारण तो मुस्कुराहट नहीं है ना। बाबा के मुस्कुराहट में इतनी शक्ति है, इतना हमको शिक्षा दे रहा है, मुस्कुरा के शिक्षा दे रहा है। उसमें बहुत एक शिक्षा और शक्ति समाई पड़ी है। उस दिन से लेकर के हम लोगों ने ये जो शब्द बोला ना, समझा मम्मा को हम लोगों ने नहीं जाना है, तभी ये शब्द निकला। बोल कम थोड़े रूप बड़ा स्नेह शक्ति वाला साधारण न हो। रूहानियत उसका दूसरा है, रूहानियत में रमणीकता हो। कोई सीन ऐसी आ जाए तो सीरियस न बन जाए। सीन ऐसी कोई ऐसी है उसमें थोड़ी सीरियस बन जाएगी ना, तो हमारे मन का इफेक्ट तन पर भी आ जाएगा, वायुमंडल में आ जाएगा। क्या हो रहा है, क्या हो रहा है, क्या हो रहा है। वायुमंडल को सदा शांत सच्चाई प्रेम वाला रखना, उसमें दुख की लेन देन का बिजनेस, तो थकावट वाला या सीरियस रूप या ये वगैरह जो होता है ना, जैसे दुख का लेन देन का वायुमंडल है, नहीं करने का है। समझा? ये बाबा का मतलब था ना बहने भाई, बाबा का ये था ना। हाँ, लो नहीं ना दुख, कुछ भी हो जाए ना तो समझू सियाना नहीं लेगा ना, कहेंगे क्या जैसे कुछ हुआ ही नहीं ना, न चिंतन में आया न मुख पर आया। अच्छा ओके, ठीक है, ठीक है।
रखेंगे हम तेरे दिव्य कहानी, मुरलीधर और मुरली के तुम थे खूब दीवाने। मुरलीधर और मुरली के तुम थे खूब दीवाने। याद रखेंगे हम तेरी दिव्य कहानी, दादी जी याद रखेंगे हम तेरी दिव्य कहानी।
Om Shanti. Adopt the culture of truth and good manners. We are followers of the Almighty Government. When the Shaktis have courage, the Almighty Authority definitely helps. Lionesses are never afraid of anyone, They are fearless. They don't even have any fear of not knowing what is going to happen. Become an embodiment of the power of truth and speak with intoxication and look at everything with that intoxication. We are followers of the Almighty Government. Have this awareness and make accurate whatever is inaccurate. The truth has to be revealed and not hidden. But together with sweetness, manners are also needed in your words. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Avekti Parivar. So before we start our series, I would like to let you all know that tomorrow is a very, very special day for us. Of course, it will be 5 years of our Dadi Janki ji becoming Avyakt, and also there will be 5 years completing of Avekti Parivar. So it's a big day for us. Here in Madhuban, it's already 27th of March. So today there will be a gathering at Shaktistham, Dadi Janki ji, and then there will be a special bhog offering here at 12 noon, which is night in USA. But tomorrow in Avekti Parivar, in the evening, we will be offering bhog to Baba, special bhog for Dadi Janki ji, and of course here Mohini Didi is offering bhog in Madhuban. So that also we will show in Avekti Parivar and bhog message as well. But of course, we together celebrate our 5 years completing of Avekti Parivar. So I request everyone, please be with us tomorrow. It's a big day for all of us. It's been a big achievement for all of you as well. So we'll celebrate together tomorrow, 27th of March. So now we'll start the series. Today is 26th. Adopt the culture of truth and good manners. Today's topic, we are followers of the Almighty Government. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti. For us, it is today, March 27th. Why someone is remembered is because of that person's personality, person's words, drishti, whatever that person is able to share with us. Some, they remember certain points, others will remember other points. Last night we had a little session with a lot of sisters from London, and we were talking about Dadi Janki, and then, but I also remember that Dadi came to New York very often. As soon as she came, there was such a feeling of being carefree, being fearless, and it's like some power is there, and it helps us also so much. Even she was present for 8 days or 10 days or few days. There was so much energy, so much energy. So Dadi always used to say that both of us are what we are because of each other. So she used to say, because I have bhavna, that you can do this or you can become this. And because you have bhavna in me, that I am also able to become that. So she said, Bhavana works for each other. Oh, that is why Baba said, Shubh Bhavana, Shubh Kamna. And so it's very subtle, right? So Dadi was really example, never thought that some kind of faith she has. As you all know that she used to travel a lot. So one time it happened that we were 4, 5, but she was not in the same flight. So she took the flight. Now when she landed, she didn't know anything where to go, what to do. So when we went in the afternoon flight, so we were looking for her. Where is she? Where is she? And in this airport, she was sitting in a corner, carefree. And so we reached, we said, how are you, Dadi? But she didn't have thought that I am alone now, what will happen to me? Who will come for me? And many times. So the brother who used to do booking, like one time there was earthquake in Mexico. So we were in Miami. Daddy said, we must go to see them. I said, but there are no phone connections. We don't have visa. So let's go get visa. So we went, got the visa. But when we go, how will they know that they have to receive us? I mean, I had been to Mexico, know little bit, but not all the roads and everything. She said, let's go. Let's go. I said, okay, let's go. You can't say no. So when we landed, so who is going to come? And by the time Miami Center was trying to call center there, if not center, they were calling many families. If anyone will pick a phone and come to receive us at the airport. So when we reached, then Brother Ernesto came to airport and everything worked so well. So this brother who, booked the tickets always for us. So Dadi will tell him, one day before, I want to leave, my work is finished. But what will happen to reservation? So I asked that brother, you always accept change. He said, because I know if she wants to go, ticket will be available. So her Dadi's faith was helping that brother to have faith that it will definitely happen. And it's true, it never happened. Whenever she wants to change, it will change. So these are very subtle powers, whether it is faith or trust or determination or like what Baba is saying. You remember about Almighty Baba, then all the powers will help you. So I think if you don't use it now, then well, right? So Baba says we are followers of Almighty Government. I don't know what Anuchar means, but here the translation is followers. No, Baba is calling us Shaktis, right? Baba says when Shaktis have courage, the Almighty authority definitely helps. Courage, right? Lionesses are never afraid of anyone, they are fearless. Baba says they cannot even have any fear of knowing what is going to happen. Become an instrument of the power of truth. And intoxication, and everything with that intoxication. Your face, your words should have that intoxication. We are followers of Almighty Government, have this awareness and make accurate whatever is not accurate or inaccurate. The truth truth has to be revealed, not hidden. But together with the truth, together with awareness, manners are also needed. Together with awareness, sweetness, Baba says. Sweetness in manners are also needed in your words. Every word, like thoughts have vibrations, words create atmosphere. Because sometimes we think it's only when we are loud or we shout that it will be accepted. But more we become forceful, more there is reaction from other side. Because sweetness definitely touches the heart and deeply with another person is melting. As much forceful we become, there might be fear, but not realization. Sweetness will make other person realize. So it could be test for us, but it's very, very important that we have our words have to be very, very sweet. But I like it. Almighty will give you help of all the powers if I have courage. So take this thought of courage with you on this important day of Dadi Janki, who was lioness or had courage. She said one time Baba asked her to go to a religious conference of many, many big gurus, Mahatmas, Shankaracharya. And she stood to speak, but there was so much authority. Before she saw there are so many important, all these religious leaders, but she said once I stood and I remember Baba has sent me. So when she starts speaking, thousands of people, we went together, many conferences. Once she was in Rio, so she started chanting Om Shanti, Om. I think for 3-4 minutes was so much deep silence. And everyone was chanting Om. You could hear like whole sky, atmosphere was completely full of vibrations of Om Shanti. So we have to have courage and use Almighty Baba's all powers. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti Gayatri.
Oh, it's an auspicious Satguruvar for starting already in Madhuban and of course for the whole world, because It's of Dadi Janki. And it is such an appropriate Abhyakti signal for her day, because I think she embodies everything that Baba is talking about or signaling us to do. And so I want to start off with, I know in the Hindi, when you were speaking to the Hindi brothers and sisters, or when you were speaking in Hindi, you made reference to the buildings in Hyderabad and in Karachi that still exist. Are you listening, Sister Mohini?
Yeah, I actually gave the reference of that, right?
Right. And when we were in Hyderabad, we met this historian. His name was Dr. Jaffa. And he is doing a book on the social revolution in the province of Sindh, and it will be on Amazon soon. And a chapter of the book he dedicated to the revolution of the Om Mandali and the impact that had on the social revolution in Pakistan, in Sindh. And we asked him that why did he choose Om Mandali? And he gave a few reasons that I think is so connected to this thing of being, I won't call it followers, I would call it representatives of the almighty government. And as we were speaking, what he said came back to me. And what he said when we asked him, when Judy asked him, well, what was it that made you choose the Brahma Kumaris and feature them? And he said, because they had a radical presence in the society at that time. And so we said, well, what does it mean, radical? And he said some very simple things, but in the simplicity, it was a profound shift. It was as if they had an authority. These simple things they did demonstrated an authority that no one could have touched as representatives of the almighty government. And he said the first thing they did was they let their hair open. They didn't tie their hair was open. And I thought it was very interesting. That is like a revolution. I will leave my hair open, like Draupadi said, until I got what I wanted. The second is they changed their dresses. And if you see those pictures at the beginning, their dresses were all very different from the everyday dresses of children their own ages. The other thing he said is that they took boys' names, Janak, Prakash, etc. And then he says they stood up and chose a spiritual path for themselves that was unheard of at that time in the world, and particularly in that is today known as Pakistan, Sindh. Sister Rani, hearing that from the origins, Dadi Janki was part of that group. What would you say that in those initial days, as representatives of the almighty government, in these simple things that they did, made a statement of truth? They took a position of truth and nothing could shake them. And yet what they were doing by leaving their hair open, changing their dresses, taking on the names, and Baba talked about the names in Murli recently, and there was a whole list that was sent. Most of them were these beautiful names, and he says names of boys, and then took that stand that this is our life. We will not move from it. This is truth. In those initial days, they were representatives of the almighty government. What do you think that shifted them so profoundly that they were able to do that, that is today being written as part of the history of a revolution of a society?
I think their recognition of Baba and then have relationship and the faith, not only in Baba, but what Baba is teaching and then what Baba is doing. So their faith was unshakable. So I also sometimes think of Dadi Janki, but all other Dadis, when I saw them first time, as you said that they all were in their white saris, and at that young age, cotton sari in India was never considered. White cotton sari was not good omens, right? That's how they say it. And they all were wearing white saris. And also, generally, women at certain age, when they are young, they have hairstyle, they have so many things. And they were just very simple. But what is very visible was their divinity. It's like, they are, it's like lionesses. And just imagine when Baba sent them to Delhi, there was no home, there is no place. They went and sat on the bank of river Yamuna and started giving gyan. And you heard the story that there was a wrestler and he used to watch them. And when they are sleeping at night time in shades and temples, and he will watch them that nobody hurts them, nobody could do anything to them. So this wrestler said, I will, like he took that feeling that I have to watch these sisters, that nobody does anything. So it really, when you hear everything they did at that time, it's love for Baba, intoxication, knowing their part, as Baba is starting to call them Shaktis, and it's really, really very, very powerful. And as Baba said, a lot of courage is required. But then when we think of our beginning too, all of us had that. I remember that when I started going in the morning class, all the people's neighbors, their windows were open and they will look at us. We were fearless. 5 in the morning is dark and we are going very fast. I had a friend, 2 of us used to go. There is milkman, newspaper people, but they know every morning these girls will pass from there. And, but like there was no fear. So I think that intoxication, recognition, who am I, whom I belong to, what I am supposed to be doing, create a kind of power, energy, and courage. And Almighty Baba is companion. So I don't know if you think of your beginning, maybe you will remember what you faced in the beginning with a lot of courage. Right?
Well, I was thinking after going to Sindh of the courage that these dadis had. And it's one thing in which you take courage in societies that are educated, in societies in which your parents support you, in societies in which you have rights. But these daddies, they were in a society of undivided India when none of those things were there. Their families, their fathers went off on business trips. They didn't even see them much. They were left at home. Young people married without husbands, maybe some of them with children, with their in-laws, with their mother-in-law. The second thing, it was a society that they didn't have rights, no rights at all. And then thirdly, they were in a society that in which it was so orthodox. You had to be of a certain mold. You have to dress a certain way. You have to behave a certain way. And yet they went against all those things at such a young age as representatives of this almighty government. And they did very simple things: leave their hair open, adopt men's names, took a stand, this is my spiritual life, left their homes, came to Baba, and when the people demonstrated, they came out and lined the streets. They didn't wear saris at that time. They were wearing these beautiful dresses, Punjabi dresses, and uniforms and Punjabi dresses. That's the kind of courage that we don't see today, because we are so, it's as though they were not influenced by society. They were not bothered by consequences. They knew that that position they were taking, the position of truth, was absolute. That's what I'm talking about, Didi, that we don't have to face that. We got a support at the beginning of our lives that didn't require much courage, right? But their courage was amazing, wasn't it? And that position of truth that they took.
They used to wear not dress in public, but pajama and frock. You know, British time, and but that was little bit much, because in the Sindhi society, you know, it was very, lifestyle was very stylish, you know. And here they were, as you said, very simple and white, and yeah, it definitely was shocking for the family and society both.
So I'm looking forward to that book on the Om Mandali, the chapter on the Om Mandali. But I want to ask you something else about Dadi Janki. In the Murli of the 21st, when Baba spoke, and it was a Murli of 2010, and I think Dadi would have visited Karachi in around that time. And Baba was talking about the ancestor souls, and he referred to her as one of the souls that went back to Pakistan, went back to Karachi. And he says she did something that he was asking us to do, and that is to serve with the sakash of the mind. And he said that she, regardless of her health, she didn't think about her health. She didn't, and I will read what he said. He said the father saw that daughter Janak, even though her health was not good, gave Sakash with her mind to the service in Karachi. Whoever may be instrumental for that, but this one did it practically. Souls they received Sakash, and they were moving forward with enthusiasm. Now, at that time, Dadi Janki was an ancestor soul. Today, she's still an ancestor soul. How do the ancestor souls who are representatives of this almighty government serve with giving Sakash to others to help them? I suppose it wouldn't be so much of a difference when she was here as Dadi Janki in her Sakar, and now that she is in her Avyakt state serving still. Would it be the same position of truth that they would take, and the way they would still be doing something like serving through the mind and helping souls in countries through the power of that Sakash, even though they're Avyakt now?
Yeah, because their presence is in different way now. First, the presence was physical, and now they are in the bodies, but their presence worldwide is in angelic form. That means the vibrations, the presence also in the dreams. So yeah, they are still doing what we call it, giving sakash, you know. So yeah, they are serving through the mind.
Right. Okay, Sis Mohini, I know our time is up now.
Mm.
And could I have 1 minute to share a story with you? Or our
Sure.
time is up. I just want to
You
share a
can.
little story, but not long, about sweetness in manners. And
Mm.
I remember Dadi Janki being in New York, and she was at this big conference that David Cooperrider invited her to speak to all his people at this hotel. And she was sitting out in the area in front of the auditorium, the
Mm.
ballroom. And as soon as it was time for her to go in to speak, Peter came up and he stood in front and he stooped. You know, she was getting up from the chair, but he came and he sat next to her, but he went on his, you know, kind of bent down in front of her. And he told her that he was going off somewhere. And Dadi, it was as if she had all the time in the world, and she's talking to him, and she's listening to him, and she's giving him all this sweet drishti and sweet, beautiful words, and everybody else around her is getting anxious. They are introducing you, Dadi. You have to be on the stage. They are, you have to stop talking to Peter, and you have to come. But she didn't. And it was, she was speaking with such authority that, okay, time will wait, time will support her, David will do something, Judy will do something, but she had to give that time to Peter. And then when she
Mm.
was finished, she went in and everybody just was so full of love for her. Do you think that that's a demonstration of her sweet spiritual manners while she was in that position of her authority of truth? And she didn't allow anything to move her away from the sweetness
Mm.
of being with the soul she loved.
Yeah, because she wanted to serve and she did well, no?
Mm.
Because it's continuing that relationship with the Peter, and so she knew that it's very important. He will be the instrument for many things. So she was never like rushing for anything. Whatever she has to do, she finishes, then she will go. So I think knowing the importance of time, importance of person, and she dedicated enough time for everything, not rushing. Right?
Mm. Okay,
Okay.
thank
Thank,
you.
thank you, guys. Ben. Om Shanti.
Sure.
Om Shanti. Thank you. So once again, just to remind you all, tomorrow is a special day, 27th of March. It's Dadi Janki Ji's day as well as Avekti Parivar completing 5 years. So please be with us. We'll be together offering bhog, special bhog for Dadi Janki Ji. Here in Madhuban, Mohini Didi will be offering today. So that also we will show from 7 so that you will be able to hear the bhog message as well. And also little celebration in the end, completing 5 years of Avekti Parivar. So morning 3:30 to 4:45 a.m. Amrit Vela, 5 to 6 p.m. English Sakar Murli. Together with that, in breakout room, Avekti Children Murli class, 6 o'clock Bhakti will start, followed by Bhog offering, and then Hindi series, English series, chit chat, celebration. So that's the schedule for tomorrow. And now let's remember Baba and take Drishti from Didi.
तू साथ है तो डरने की क्या बात है। चलते रहे तेरे नक्शे कदम पर, चलते रहे, गाते रहे, गुनगुनाते रहे, गीत खुशी के हम गाते रहे। हो जिसका हो साथी खुद भगवान, जिसका हो साथी खुद भगवान, उसको रोकेगा क्या आंधी या तूफान। हम चल पड़े हैं अब बाबा के धाम, हम चल पड़े हैं अब बाबा के धाम। जीवन हुआ ये अब उसके नाम। तू साथ है तो डरने की क्या बात है। तू पास है तो डरने की क्या बात है। बाबा तू साथ है तो डरने की क्या बात।
Om Shanti. Om Shanti.
ओम शांति मोहिनी दीदी।
Om Shanti
Om
Didi.
Shanti. Thank you,
Om
Baba.
Shanti.
Thank you,
Om
Didi.
Didi
Shanti.
Didi Om Shanti Avakta
Thank you,
Parivar.
Didi.
Shanti
Shanti Mohini
Didi.
Didi.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Didi. Thank you,
Om Shanti
Baba.
Aditi
Om
Parivar.
Shanti,
Thank you
Bhumi.
Baba.
Shanti Baba.
Adopt the culture of truth and have good manners. We are followers of the Almighty Government. When the Shaktis have courage, the Almighty Authority definitely helps. Lionesses are never afraid of anyone. They are fearless. They don't even have any fear of not knowing what is going to happen. Become an embodiment of the power of truth and speak with intoxication and look at everything with intoxication. We are followers of the Almighty Government. Have this awareness and make accurate whatever is inaccurate. The truth has to be revealed and not hidden, but together with sweetness, manners are also needed in your words.
सत्यता और सभ्यता रूपी कल्चर को अपनाओ। ऑलमाइटी गवर्नमेंट के अनुचर हिम्मते शक्तियाँ मददे सर्वशक्तिमान। शेरनियाँ कभी किससे डरती नहीं, निर्भय होती हैं। यह भी भय नहीं कि नामालूम क्या होगा। सत्यता के शक्ति स्वरूप होकर नशे से बोलो, नशे से देखो। हम ऑलमाइटी गवर्नमेंट के अनुचर हैं। इसी स्मृति से अयथार्थ को यथार्थ में लाना है। सत्य को प्रसिद्ध करना है, न कि छिपाना है। लेकिन सत्यता के साथ बोल में मधुरता और सभ्यता आवश्यक है। ओम शांति।